blind calendar invite is an invitation to a meeting that doesn't necessarily include any details about the meeting, such as the purpose, agenda, or attendees. This type of invitation is useful for scheduling one-on-one meetings or private appointments, where you don't want to share the details with other people on the calendar. I typically name mine the customer's first name or company name, and then my company name. Fair warning, this can be seen as an aggressive sales tactic to blindly throw time on a prospect's calendar, so please ask your managers before doing this. As a sales development rep, we'd send out hundreds of blind calendar invites a week, and believe it or not, we'd get 6 to 10 accepts a week where we would run discovery calls and try to find qualified opportunities for our account executives. I typically have a short intro in the email saying I was from Dell and wanted to know if this time works for a quick sync. Because we sent so many, it's important to have signatures saved. For example, if I sent one and a customer declined, which is common, I'd insert a signature saying, "Hi blank, I see this time doesn't work for you. I'll go ahead and set up a new time for us to meet. I'm sure you're extremely busy, so even a 1 or 2 word response is appreciated." And if they didn't reply and the meeting time was getting close, I'd send an invite a few hours before saying, "Hi blank, look forward to our meeting soon. Here's my Zoom for our call." And surprisingly, a lot of people would join, even if they hadn't accepted the invite already. A small nugget to note, I always try to follow up with prospects 1 to 3 hours before a meeting to confirm. It seemed to have the best response rate for me, and I believe that if you do it too far in advance, like 5 or 6 hours, clients might remember that they have a meeting and push it, which is never fun as a sales development rep. However, the follow-up is a science project, and see what yields you the best result. Even in field sales, I will send blind calendar invites to executives and partners to get time on their calendar to get deal updates. It's not for everyone, but it's a way to inject fuel and fire into a deal to get things done. Here are the steps to do blind calendar invites on Gmail and Outlook. For Gmail, it's pretty simple, and it's very similar on Outlook, but open your Google Calendar and click on the date and time you want to schedule the meeting. Enter a title for the meeting, such as private meeting or appointment or Jeff, Dell Technologies Sync. Click on more options and select guest. From your CRM, add the email address of the prospect you want to invite to the meeting. Next, you can uncheck the box next to guest can modify the event. Click on save and go ahead and send the invitation. Now, for Outlook, you'll go ahead and open your Outlook calendar and click on the date and time you want to schedule the meeting. Go ahead and enter a very similar title for the meeting, like private meeting appointment or Jeff, Dell Technologies Sync. Click on invite attendees and add the email address from the CRM of the prospect you want to invite to the meeting. In preferential, but uncheck the box next to allow forward meeting request. I personally didn't care because sometimes they would invite more people on their team, which is better for me. And then click on scheduling assistant to view the availability of anyone else on your team who could be joining. Go ahead and click send to send the invitation. By following the above steps, you can easily send blind calendar invites on Gmail or Outlook to schedule private meetings and appointments with your prospects. Now let me walk you through how to actually do that on Outlook. We'll go ahead and jump into it, but blind calendar invites can be very effective to set time on your ideal customer's calendar. It can be seen as an aggressive tactic, but this is exactly what I would do as a sales development rep. So typically what I would do is I would go in and I would create a new event. I would name it the company name followed by Dell Technologies. I wouldn't invite anyone yet, and then I would add my Zoom. So we'll just pretend like that is, my link. And then cool, yeah, you just save it for a 30-minute slot. Some people do 15-minute slots because you're asking for time on someone's calendar. So I would see some of my colleagues get a ton of accepts with 15-minute invites that would always go over. I always set 30-minute invites. And so typically what you would do is you just save this invite. So right before you save it, say, "Hi blank, hope all is well." And this is whatever message you want to do. And on your sales floor, you'll have hopefully a ton of templates to get people's attention, or you'll create your own and use it as a science project to see what works. So for this one, I'll say, "Hi blank, hope all is well. To sync up for a few minutes to discuss your tech." Cool. And so once you do that, you can save it. And so now you have pretty much a blank invite where typically what you can do on the app is go in and click Command C and then Command V, and that's going to allow you to make different copies of the same calendar invite. Now, that's going to be very important because as you do your outbound demand generation, you can simply copy and paste these blank invites wherever you can take calls. And then what you do is you can come back in here, you can say, all right. So then you can start looking at your leads and accounts and say, okay, Denver Broncos, Dell Technologies. Got the first name, Sarah, and then you grab Sarah's email right here, add it to there. Some people, they'll do one person from the Broncos, hypothetically, they'll do multiple people. Or what I also see as well is people, when they make a copy of this calendar invite, they'll do maybe 2 or 3 next to each other, and they'll target 2 or 3 different people within that same company for the same time slot, hoping someone gets it. And then typically what you can do to be effective with this method is you can set up rules on Outlook. And so as people, accept your email, you can create different rules. You can actually have it highlight to be green for an accept or red for a decline. And then when you do get an accept or a decline, you can have signatures saved that say, hey, I see this time didn't work. Yeah, I'll go ahead and set up some new time for us. Hopefully this works with your schedule. And then you can take this invite right here. You can change the date real quick. It declined it. Go ahead and insert your new signature right here. Hey, I see this time didn't work. I'll go ahead and set up new time for us. And yeah, go ahead and save it. And then you can fill up your calendar with this on a week-over-week basis. Remember, Command C to copy the invite, Command V to paste it. And you can do that all over your calendar. And then you just go in with the company name, the champion's name. But yeah, double check. The last thing you want to do is send emails with a high XXX going forward. So blind calendar invites can be very effective. Talk to your sales leadership about how comfortable they feel about you just putting blind time on people's calendar. But from my time working at Dell, I would probably send out, probably 50 to 100 a week and actually get a lot of accepts. So try it out, see if it works for you and your company. And there's the same sort of features you can do on the Google Suite as well. Very similar process. So thank you and see you guys soon.